get wrecked, my man. He ain't burning. Let's put another round into him. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Howdy folks, welcome back to my YouTube. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today for you I have a Gunner Heat PC update video. Today, folks, there was an update. Didn't know it was coming, but I got this video out just in time for it. Some quick plugins. They have a Patreon. Check out their Patreon. Check out their website. Things like that. Links in the video description. But let's cover over some things here. Today's update. They updated the T-72M1, folks. Yes. That's it. The Russians are here. They're finally here. Well, they've been here if you count the T-55 and some of their other vehicles. But the T-72 is finally here, which honestly right now in the game is probably the best tank in the game. Now, it's been here for a while. Let me kind of correct myself here. I am old and shit after all. The T-72 model has been updated and finalized. And it's also been implemented in some of the missions. Now, I don't know all the missions that it is in yet, but I'm going to point out the obvious two right here. This is just a quick screenshot of the mission list. There is more missions than just these that the T-72M2 is in. I just haven't been able to get the time to check them all out. As I said, the update was today, and I'm literally trying to get this video out before my wife and kids get home, because then this video don't get out till tomorrow. I'd like to try and get it out today to announce the update. They've updated both the Patreon and the public builds of the demo. So right now I'm just taking some time here. I'm just going to take some quick pot shots here with the T-72M1. And right now, as you can see, the lace point does also, folks. Now, I do shit out here. The lace point does actually work. For some odd reason right there, I didn't use the lace point. Realized it and corrected it. And there we go. Fire another round. And as you can hear in the background, you can also hear the carousel, the ammo carousel doing its job. But there's also some other things here as part of the update. Now, you can see the gunnery sight drastically changed right there. The reason for that is because I switched from Sabo ammunition to high explosive anti-tank ammunition. Kinetic energy ammunition, Sabo armor piercing, it's a lighter, per se, a lighter, higher velocity round, where the chemical energy ammunition, that would be squash, HEP, HESH, heat, and high explosive, all those ammunitions actually has a lower velocity, and they're also heavier rounds because of the chemical explosive inside the munition itself. Not so much when it comes to HEP and HESH, but it is still partially the case. So you're not using the gunnery system changes. Now, fortunately, because the T-72M1 has a ballistics computer, it automatically accounts for the fact that you're using Sabo or using heat. Also, the T-72M1 also has high explosive, which would be pretty effective against, say, the M113. And that is also actually the case. You don't see it so much because we're still using the digital gunnery sight. We don't have the manual gunnery sight for it, but that's also the case for the M60 as well, that it automatically, the gunnery sight automatically switches between the difference of heat and Sabo. Now, what I'm showing you here is the ammo carousel. The ammo carousel is modeled, and the ammo carousel is functional. And if you look real closely and pay attention, you'll actually see the rounds disappearing from the ammo carousel as I'm firing. So I'm just trying to show that off here a little bit, just so that way people can see that that is the case, that they fully modeled the ammo carousel now as well. Oh, wrong one. Take a moment here, and here I'm just showing you an actual impact diagram of the T-72 M1. As you can see here on the right side of the vehicle, you can see the fuel tanks. Those are yellow. You can see the munition, but if you look, the upper glacis plate is red, as well as the turret cheeks are a light blue. That is because those are the areas where composite armor is. So they even have composite armor modeled onto the vehicle. Now, they use a different composite than we do on American tanks, but there it is. Now, I'm going to demo one more thing here. This is kind of the unfortunate thing about the T-72 in general, and I'm going to use my friend here, the M60A3, to show it off once I'm done being old and shit as I derp that shot into the ground. Okay, so I laced, I fired, and unfortunately, I'm actually a little high on the model. It took me actually 2 shots to realize that. So let's try and get in a better position here and shoot exactly where I need to. And kaboom! Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem with the T-72 models of tanks in general. It's a well-known issue. Actually, historical documentation even mentions it. But anyway, folks, that's actually going to be it for the video for me. I'm going to wrap it up at that. Short video, just announcing the new update, showing it off a little bit. There is some other information there as well. They did some bug fixing, some tweaking and things like that. But primarily, everything for this update was surrounded by the idea of finishing up, for the most part, the T-72 model, giving it an interior impact model, as well as getting it implemented in some of the missions. And I'm actually hoping soon here to get things cleared up on my YouTube channel that I can start taking time and getting some of those missions recorded and actually showing those off. Anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have yourself a wonderful day.